Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, hi, my name is Sana. On this channel, I do like vlogs of my life since I am an IT student, but I have also really been into reading again recently. I used to do like a lot of reading before I started school up again, but my schedule got really crazy and hectic since I started up again, and now I feel like I'm kind of getting the groove of things again. So I wanted to do a quick or maybe not so quick haul video. I went crazy, and I mean crazy, like over the past couple of weeks, because it's been like about 2 weeks. I have bought so many books. You can see that stack over there, and we will go over that stack. Those are books that I recently got this past weekend, and then I have like 9 books that I need to unpackage over here. I think 3 of them are special editions if I'm not wrong, and then others are regular editions. So we're gonna go ahead and do that in this video. If you haven't subscribed yet, it would be a great time to do so right now. I'm posting a little bit of everything content wise, but it's mainly like surrounding my life, aka the days in my life, and also like book talk, where it will be like bookish related things, bookstore vlogs, and also reading vlogs. I haven't done one of those yet, so I'm kind of still working around with the format. I'm working on one right now, which I have been reading Unravel Me, and I am still 194 pages into the book. So that is the book that I am currently reading, but let's go ahead and look at the books that I have in the stack and then the ones that I have to actually unbox. You might not be able to see it, but the stack is huge. Like, let me pan the camera down. These are like all the books that I've bought, or not even all the books, some of the books that I've bought. So let's go ahead and go over them really quick. If you want to hear more about my thoughts, these books are actually like featured in my previous vlogs. I have a vlog where I went to one of the biggest bookstores in Nashville. I'll be tagging all of these up in the cards below, and then in my other vlogs I talk a little bit more about these. So this is going to be like rapid fire edition of these, because after I talk about these, I will be putting them away. So the first one that I got, and this one was at McKay's, check the McKay's vlog. This is Swordcatcher, and it's by Cassandra Clare. So Cassandra Clare, if I'm not wrong, is the one who did the Daughter of No World series and also the Crowns of Nyaxia, aka The Serpent and the Wings of Night. This book did include a page overlay in it, which really pretty. The next book that I got Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I'm really excited about this one. I know that they said that this was kind of like Hunger Games-esque. I love Hunger Games. Those movies have my life. I've never read the books, don't judge me, but the movies, they have my entire heart, and I rewatch those movies multiple times per year. So I was really excited to pick this one up. The next book that's in the stack is Butcher and Blackbird. I read the Mindfuck series, absolutely loved it. So people were saying that this book is kind of like that series, and so I had to pick it up. I know that there's a second one out, which is called Leather and Lark, and then the third one is coming out this year already. So I didn't pick up the second one just yet. I wanted to make sure that I liked this one before I picked that one up. The next book that I got is The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, and I got this in hardcover version. The hardcover was actually really inexpensive. I got it at Target, and I price matched it to Amazon since I was in the area. I love that this book and the first one, or any of the ones in this series, if you get the hardcover version, it actually has a design under the hardcover. If you would like to see the design, make sure to leave a comment down below, and I can go over some of the books that I have, because I do have other books that have designs under the dust jacket that are not special editions. I feel like there should be more of those books, because people, like for example me, who love hardcovers, I hate having the dust jacket on, and there's nothing wrong with having a plain like hardcover, but I like when it has a design. I don't know, it's more eye-catching. It also makes my experience more enjoyable. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, maybe. The next book that I got is Powerful by Lauren Roberts. So this book is a novella that is tied to the Powerless book. Powerless and Powerful. This book happens at the same time chronologically as in Powerless. So you can actually do a tandem read of this book and that book. And I think that's what I'm going to be doing whenever I read these two books. I do have the order of the tandem read, so I will be following that guide. I really don't know who made it. I just kind of found it across TikTok. The next book that I have picked up recently is A Fate Inked in Blood. And this book is by Danielle Jensen. She was the creator of the Bridge Kingdom series, if I'm not wrong. And I haven't read that book. I do have it here. And the reason why I bought that book was because people had really said that it was kind of like an Hades and Persephone retelling, which people had said that that book is kind of like a Hades and Persephone retelling, and I love Hades and Persephone. So I went ahead and picked this one up. I don't think this is a Hades and Persephone, but I'm hoping that it's good nonetheless. And then the last book that is not one that I actually have to unbox is Heartless Hunter. I have seen so many people talk about this book recently, and so many people rave about it. I found this at McKay's and it was pretty affordable for a book of the month edition. So I'm excited to read this. I do think that this is part of a series, as it says right here, The Crimson Moth Book 1. So we'll have to get other editions of it, but I heard it's like really good, like a 5-star read. So I'm excited to read this one. Now we are going to go into the books that we actually have to unbox. And if you've watched my previous vlogs, you already have an idea of what some of these are. And maybe one or two of them might be a surprise, because I know that I surprised myself picking these books. Why is my luck with Amazon so horrible? Like, what did I do to deserve this? The book is damaged. Like, it's damaged, so I'm gonna have to return it and get a different one. Also, I don't know how I feel about this. The book is tiny. I'm not very much for a pocketbook kind of person, and if all of the books are gonna be this size, honestly, I'd rather just read it on my Kindle. The book that I got is Stalking Jack the Ripper. It's by Carrie Maniscalco. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. But this book really intrigued me because I saw somebody else talking about this book, and it says, he murdered women in cold blood. He terrorized an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all of these horrors, in the end, I could not deny it. I was the girl who loved the Ripper. I didn't know it was a romance kind of book. I really thought it was more of like a mystery thriller where she was stalking him to bring him down. That might have intrigued me more. But like I said, I don't really like pocketbooks, so I probably won't keep it. We'll probably get this on Kindle. So I guess we have our first flop. See, now I'm kind of scared because 2 more books that I ordered are from Amazon. Or technically 3 are from Amazon. And so I don't know if this other one that's going to be in the bag is also going to be damaged. Okay, so I finally got a copy of Magnolia Parks that was not damaged. I mean, to be honest, it is a little bit damaged and it's crinkled, but I don't think I'm going to get better from Amazon. I'd literally have to like get a whole bunch of books and get them all in the same box for it not to be damaged in any way. So I'm just gonna keep this one because I am really interested in reading the book. So this is Magnolia Parks. I know this book has like a lot of people who follow it. I know that most of you probably know what this book is about. If you do not know, I will read like, I guess, the first paragraph. Magnolia Parks is a beautiful, affluent, self-involved, and mildly neurotic London socialite. BJ Ballantyne, not Ballantine. Ballantyne says better in my head. BJ Ballantyne is Britain's most notorious and photographed bad boy who broke her heart. But these two are meant to be, and everyone knows it. I know that there's a lot of toxicity in this book, and I love tea, so maybe I was like, maybe I love this too. If I read the first one and I like it, or I read the second one and I like it, I'm gonna be trying to get the original covers, the ones that kind of like everybody is obsessed with. I'm obsessed with them too. I love them. They look gorgeous. And I think these are the ones that I'll get to annotate in, and the other ones will be kind of just like part of the collection. I am a collector, sadly. I do like collecting books. So I'll literally have like multiple editions of like multiple books. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see the special editions. But in this box I ordered, and this was not one that I had previously talked about, or maybe I did, just briefly. So this is Once Upon a Broken Heart. A lot of people have read this. A lot of people have recommended it. A lot of people said the first book was kind of like a 4-star, but the second book is where it really pops off. So fantasy and romance, we love. It says, how far would you go for your happily ever after? Evangeline Fox has always believed in true love and happy endings until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Desperate to stop the wedding, Evangeline strikes a deal with the charismatic immortal Prince of Hearts, but she soon discovers that bargaining with the Prince of Hearts is a dangerous game. He has plans for Evangeline, plans that will either end in the greatest happily ever after or the most exquisite tragedy. There are covers that are like really colorful of this one. It's kind of like a collector's edition in paperback. I wanted to try to get those at first initially, but they were like $60 for 3 books, and that would make like each book $20 for a paperback. I was like, that might be too much. But I did also like this one. This one kind of like, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it kind of has like a reflective like sheen or metallic sheen only on the parts where like the font is or the heart is. I love that. I also love me some matte paperbacks, okay? All right, so the next book is Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. This book right here is technically the second book in the Magnolia Park series. Now, this book does not follow Magnolia and BJ. I forgot their names for a second. This book does not follow Magnolia and BJ. This book follows a new couple, and I don't want to read the back of it. I'm sorry, because I don't want to spoil it for myself. I've noticed that if I read the back of like the second book in a series, it will sometimes give a spoiler towards like what's going on in the first book, and I don't want to ruin that for myself. So just know this is Daisy Hates. It is the second book. I did get the second one just in case I like the first one, and also because I know that in like the first book of like series, there's a lot of world building. There's a lot of like them telling you who the characters are, how they are interconnected. And because most of a first book is that, I always try to read the second one after the first one, because once the world has been built, once you know the characters, then I feel like the story starts to evolve more. So that's why I got the second one, which is Daisy Hates. I'm not the biggest fan of the covers, to be honest. I don't really like the people on it, but I love the spines, and I love how the spines look like next to each other. I put them together at Barnes and Noble, which the video should be up now, and I loved how they look, so I was like, well, I'll really only be seeing the spines unless I pull this out to reread it again, you know? I have hunted for this book for what feels like forever. I could have just ordered it from Amazon, just like I probably should have, but at the same time, we're gonna revisit Miss Magnolia Parks because they've damaged that book twice already. Twice. And the other book that I have to return now. So I was apprehensive about ordering it from Amazon, so I tried to find it at different bookstores. Bookstore vlogs should be up now, and I could not find it. So I ended up ordering 3 books and had all of them delivered at the same time, and ended up finally getting The Serpent and the Wings of Night in hardcover edition. If you don't know why I couldn't find this one, I had originally ordered this in paperback and then also ordered the novella, but there was a huge size difference, and that just is one of my book pet peeves. I hate when books are kind of like in the same universe or in the same series and they're different sizes. So I ended up returning the novella and the paperback because the size difference was crazy, okay? Like, you have to check the video. The size difference was crazy. And I ended up getting the hardcover because the hardcover was available on Amazon for a steal. This book was only $14.99 and the paperback was $14.98. And I know you're gonna be like, girl, why didn't you just get the hardcover from the beginning? Well, girl, I thought I liked the look of the paperback. That's really it. I've seen a lot of people read the paperback, and I was like, I want to be one of those paperback girlies. And then after I ordered the paperback, and after I saw some TikToks that there's actually a hard like cover design on every single one of the hardcover books in this series or in this universe, it swayed me. I had to get it. Let me show you, because we haven't seen this one yet. These are so beautiful. They're so beautiful. I couldn't resist. Once I saw that, and since I read mine without the dust jacket, yep. And you know what? Let's just make sure really quickly that they are the same size. For a second, I almost flipped everything. But look at them. They look so good. Wait. Does the design carry over? Oh, it doesn't. This one is the last of the non-special edition books that I ordered. So let's get to unboxing. I had forgot I ordered this book. I literally forgot that I had ordered this book. Of course, hardcover, because it was a steal. It was actually cheaper than the paperback on Amazon. So this is Anatomy, and it says, a love story. Please tell me. Ugh. I hate when they have these stickers, okay? That's also one of my pet peeves. Like, why? Nobody wants to see these stickers on them. Oh, this is the first book in the series, because I know that there's, or actually, I think it's the first book in a duology. There's only one other book that is in this story. Hazel Sinnott, I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but I'm going to say Hazel Sinnott is a lady who wants to be a surgeon more than she wants to marry Jack Currer. Jack Currer is a resurrection man who's just trying to survive. Jack Currer is a resurrection man who's just trying to survive in a city where it's too easy to die. When the two of them have a chance encounter outside the Royal Edinburgh Anatomist Society, Hazel thinks nothing of it at first. But after she gets kicked out of renowned surgeon Dr. Beecham's lecture for being the wrong gender, she realizes that her new acquaintance might be more helpful than she first thought, because Hazel has made a deal with Mr. Beecham. If she can pass the medical examination on her own, he will allow her to continue her medical career. Without official lessons, though, Hazel will need more than her books. She'll need corpses to study. There's a little bit more to that, but I've heard good things about this one. Not a lot of people really rave about this on TikTok though. But I used to be in the medical profession, and it's a love story. We love romance, and so I wanted to like give it a try. Plus, I think I only paid like $9 for this on Amazon for the hardcover. Actually, I don't think there's a design. Pretty sure there's not. Oh! Stop playing me. Why do all these books have foil on them? Look at that. What? Look at that. There's nothing on the back. I was not expecting that little heart moment foil on the front of it. That was a pleasant little surprise. So this is from the Bookish box. I have since canceled my subscription. I've canceled it for 7 or 8 months now, and I'm still like barely getting my books, and they still actually have a couple more books that they have to send me. I think this might have been my monthly subscription, because I ended up just reducing my monthly subscription to like book only, because I was subscribed to the YA and the adult, because you know we like them spicy books. So let's see what this is, because honestly I have no idea. Wait, look at the sprayed edges. That's crazy. It looks like a building scene. That's crazy. So this is The Crown of Oaths and Curses. Never heard about this before. Here is the front cover. I love the foiling. Okay, look, Bookish box is annoying, and they have such long like wait times, and honestly sometimes the customer service is like horrible. We have some stories, but their editions always kind of hit. Like, their editions always kind of hit, okay? Like, come on. So the back says, the fates have blessed you with a mate. His name is Prince Soren Celestial, heir to the throne of the southern lands, and your union will unite a shattered kingdom. That sounds kind of good. Let's see what the the hardcover looks like. I don't know why I always want to say an under jacket. I don't know. these end papers. Hello, this foiling is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So first, the reversible dust jacket. Let's look at the back of the book. It has a quote and it says the same thing. The fates have blessed you with a mate. This book is gorgeous. It's gonna have to go in my special edition bookshelf. I'm really hoping the tower doesn't fall over. I'm gonna be very sad if any of my books get damaged. The next book is Gothicana. It does have like a little like foil protectant on it, and I'm not gonna remove it. I like keeping my books, especially my special editions, as protected as possible, because I mean, they're special editions for a reason, one, and two, I never know if I'm gonna like sell these in the future. This is the back. Oh, it does have a dust jacket on it. Yeah, but like I said, I'm not removing it. The edges, I hope you can see them a little bit. It's hard because of the thing. That's what the edges look like. It looks pretty good. I don't know at all what this book is about. Maybe I have to look into it. Also, I hate packing peanuts. They go everywhere. Oh. Wait, I think I know what this is. I finally got my copy of Ruthless Vows that I had been waiting for, because I actually have the Fairy Loot edition of this book, and I loved the Divine Rivals. It was literally one of my 5-star reads from last year. Chef's Kiss. It was one of the best books that I have read thus far. I have heard though that the second book is disappointing because it does not necessarily follow kind of like the same tempo and the same love story. Like it's more of, how would I say, like focused into war compared to like the actual two people that we were following in the first book. So I haven't read it. I'm not going to let that influence me. I'm just going to go into it a little weary, but I'm hoping that the book is going to be amazing. I'm definitely not reading this one. This one is going to stay pristine. Okay, these edges on this book are amazing. Okay, I'm hoping it captures it pretty well. Those are ink bottles. I'm hoping it's capturing. Those are ink bottles and paper. Ink bottles, paper, and pen. Fountain pen. I'm a fountain pen addict, okay? Like, I love this. It's just gorgeous. And this cover. So, since I have read the first book, I am going to read the back of this one. If you don't want to be potentially spoiled, skip forward a little bit now. So, it says, 2 hearts, 2 journeys, 2 choices, 1 destiny. That's all it says. I mean, it has like quotes of people saying, you know, this was the best book ever. The other stuff is in here. Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows are supposed to be a duology. I thought there was going to be a 3rd book. The reason why I say that is because the inside of the dust jacket says, and I quote, "The epic conclusion to the intensely romantic and beautifully written story that started in Divine Rivals." 2 weeks have passed since Iris returned home, bruised and heartbroken from the front, but the war is far from over. Roman is missing, lost behind enemy lines with no memory of his past or Iris. Hoping his memories return, he begins to write again, but this time for the enemy. When a strange letter arrives through a wardrobe door, he strikes up a correspondence with a pen pal who seems at once mysterious but strangely familiar. As their connection deepens, the two of them will risk their very hearts and futures to change the tides of war. I'm actually crying. Actual tears, because I loved the fact that they used the wardrobe to communicate, and now they're gonna be communicating again, but this time he doesn't know who she is and she knows who he is. It's kind of like the roles, the turns have tabled, and also these end papers are so gorgeous. The book is gorgeous. Okay, I know you're like, girl, show me. Give me a second. Rebecca Ross, why did you do this to me? Look at this. I'm not going to show you the back because it has the same design all throughout, but it's kind of like moon, star, celestial, and these end papers. Everything. I can't believe I actually started to cry. Maybe I was just stressed out from work, or not work, stressed out from school, and so I needed to cry. You know, every once in a while, a girlie needs to cry for no reason. This book is beautiful. It is A Soul of Ash and Blood. And if I'm not wrong, this book is the 5th book in the From Blood and Ash series. I absolutely was obsessed with these covers. And then Bookish Box ended up doing another, how would I say it? They did kind of like a pass sale, and I was able to get all of the first 1 through 4 books in this series, and the spines are supposed to match up. So if you see how they have this little spine design right here, it is supposed to match up to the ones that I have. So I will be putting that over there. I do have to realign the dust jacket just a little bit since it is off to the side. And papers first. This book is gorgeous. I feel like I will never get over saying that, like, this book is gorgeous, and if the spines match up from one book to the next, that's exactly why I picked this book up. Now, this book was supposed to arrive to me like maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and they had shipped it out, but my mailing service lost it. And since they lost it, I had to wait 2 months for them to see if it was going to come in, and then I had to contact my mailing service when I reached out to Bookish Box first. These were their instructions, and I get it, it's a business, they don't want to sit there and send out free products or whatnot, but I've never reported a book missing or stolen, because thankfully it's never happened. And they made me wait 2 months, and then per their policy I still had to pay another $8 to get the book sent to me, even though, aren't they able to claim it through insurance because the package is insured? So they're gonna get, they basically made another $8 off of me. But yeah, the customer service was a big run around, and it was a lot of back and forth. And then instead of them contacting the mailing service, because they are the ones that they have the insurance, they're the ones that the insurance is payable to, I had to contact my mailing service, and my mailing service was basically well, you have to wait another 4 weeks to see if it shows up, and if it doesn't, well, contact them. I would say the wait is worth it. I haven't read this series at all, but do I collect pretty things? Yes. Will I continue to do it? Probably yes. So that is the end of this unboxing. Holy crap, there's that entire tower of books over there, and then I have the 4 special edition books that I got. I was not expecting 4. Okay, I was expecting 3 because it was 3 boxes, so that 4th one was a surprise. I loved everything that I got. Please let me know in the comments down below, out of that big ass stack and the books that I showed you, which book should I read first? I'm leaning towards Magnolia Parks, because if I do like the first and then I go into the second book and I like the second, I'm gonna order all of the books in this collection so that I can annotate in them, and then I'm also going to order the UK cover versions. I already had it planned out. So that's the book I'm leaning towards, but if you have any other recommendation of which ones you think I should read before Magnolia Parks, let me know. I also do plan on making a video kind of showing the books that I have in my TBR and the books that I want to potentially read throughout these next couple of months, because I am a slow reader. I'm sorry. I buy way more books than I consume, okay? I need to get that through my head, maybe I should stop. But make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, make sure to comment down below if there was any book that you have read that is in that big stack, if there's any book that you're excited for, and I will see you in the next video.